Hi, my name's Lynnette Hudson and I'm the winemaker for Terre du Milieu. And the name literally translates to Middle Earth in French, and this project was a dream of several French businessmen who either live in New Zealand or have a strong connection to New Zealand and who wanted to take Syrah grapes and make them into a French styled wine. Syrah being the native grape variety of the Northern Rhone, and Hawke's Bay is very famous for Syrah, and this group of French businessmen wanted to make a wine using New Zealand Hawke's Bay grapes but using traditional winemaking techniques from the Northern Rhone to make a similar style. We sourced grapes from many subregions within Hawke's Bay, which led to great complexity in this wine. As a result, we sourced a small parcel from Tiawonga, which is out by the ocean near Elephant Hill. Stunningly beautiful place, sandy, silty soils, and it's much cooler due to the proximity to the ocean. So produces grapes that are very perfumed, aromatic, with a nice spicy herbal note. We also took grapes from the very famous Gimlet Gravels, which is the hottest region within Hawke's Bay. Very free-draining, gravelly soils, which give you very ripe, intense, fruity, well-structured styles of Syrah. We also took some grapes from Bridge Par, which has red metal soils, which is just so slightly cooler than Gimlet Gravels and tends to give more aromatics to the resulting wine. And lastly, we also took some grapes from Paki, which is an area on hill slope with limestone soils. And as a result, the limestone results in very well structured tannins in the resulting Syrah. Also, with the parcel of grapes that I took from Tiawonga, I also co-fermented with a small amount of Viognier. And Viognier is a white grape variety, and this is very traditional in Northern Rhone as well, to co-ferment red and white grapes together, giving, again, incredible perfume, aromatic lift as a result of the fermenting Viognier with the Syrah grapes. Just a tiny portion, about 4% in one batch. With the winemaking techniques that I used a lot of whole bunch. And what does whole bunch mean? So that means all of the grapes were hand-picked, and then we put about 40% of the portion of the grapes complete with the stems, the whole bunches, the whole cluster at the bottom of the vat. The other 60% I destemmed, so I removed the stalks and then put just the grapes, whole berries, on top. The point of doing whole bunches gives incredible complexity, produces a savoury mineral element, and gives very smooth, mouth-coating, fine-grained tannins, again giving that sort of Northern European Rhone style of Syrah. Only used natural yeast, so the natural yeast fermented all of the grapes and turned them into wine. Natural malolactic as well. Hand plunged by myself once a day. Pretty careful winemaking techniques in that respect. Didn't want to extract too much because we had a lot of whole bunch, and tannins give you, in whole bunch, the stems give you a lot of tannin. The wines were then gently pressed and put into barrel, French oak barrels, about 30% new French barrels, and aged in barrel for the next 16 to 18 months. Then removed all of the wine from barrels, blended it and bottled it. For this wine, it's from the 2015 vintage, which was an absolutely stellar vintage throughout, in fact, almost all of the world, but Hawke's Bay especially. Really nice warm growing conditions. The grapes were particularly ripe but not overripe, and with the use of whole bunch that led to a lot more complexity and that spiciness because the stems were very ripe at the same time. But I do recommend decanting this wine because I think it'll allow it to open up and allow those tannins to soften and give you immediate pleasurable drinking. if you don't have a decanter, I'll show you the easiest way to decant. It's very easy. And if you don't have a decanter, you can just use a jug. Pour the wine into a jug and then just pour it back into your bottle. Use a funnel so you don't spill too much. It's very easy. The other thing that I am quite particular about is serving temperature, and I think that for Syrah, we really need it to be served around 15-16 degrees because it is a reasonably robust wine, and so therefore you don't want to serve it too hot, it loses the perfume and aromatics, or if you serve it too cold it'll seem hard. So you can just put the wine in the refrigerator for 10 minutes beforehand, or a little bit, and make sure you warm it up when you come out if it's too cold. Ideal temperature again, 15-16 degrees. So decanting the wine, I've got a decanter here, very easy. There isn't any sediment in this bottle, so you don't have to worry about making sure there's no sediment. So pour all of the wine into the decanter with a bit of splashing because you're wanting to aerate it. As I said, if you don't have a decanter, use a jug, pour the wine into a jug and then carefully pour it back into the bottle. Just give that a bit of a swirl. Take a glass, swirl it around the glass because this increases the surface area, so you get much more nose, more aromatics when you put your nose to the glass. Really beautiful perfume. So showing ripe blackberries, mulberries, nice spicy herbalness as well. A little bit of white pepper, traditional to Hawke's Bay and Syrah. Seeing a little bit of toasty vanilla from the French barrels as well. And this wine is much more typical of your Northern European and Northern Rhone wine style in terms of it doesn't have that forward, upfront New Zealand fruit. It's got a much more linear, long palate. It's got juicy, salivating acidity and really nice mouth-coating tannins as a result of that whole bunch and the stems, the fermentation with the stems. Beautifully drinking right now. As I said, decanting opens it up, perfect drinking, and perfect with any form of roast meats. Like a roast leg of lamb, roast pork as well, complemented with all roasted vegetables. It's got that roasted vegetable aromatic in the wine from the whole bunch that would really complement with those forms of dishes. I hope you enjoy it. Goodbye.